We start from the Korean peninsula. One of North Korea's top officials has gone missing, adding to speculations that he may have been executed by the country's supreme leader. Pyongyang's General Hwang Pyong-so was believed to have been emerging as an influential leader in the country. However, since October this year, South Korea's local media had reported him missing. Media is speculating that North Korea's leader Kim Jong Un may have got him executed. The conjectures were further asserted after North Korea's state media released a photograph of Kim Jong Un atop country's Mount Paektu. It is rumored that whenever Kim Jong Un goes to hike the hill, he is supposed to have been taking a big step. Earlier, in April 2015, he was pictured there before executing former ally Hyun Yong-chol and ordered the death of his own uncle, Jang Song-taek, from the mountain in November 2013. This is a controversial news coming from North Korea. In fact, it seems that one of the top officers of the North Korean regime has gone missing, and there are rumors, especially coming from South Korean media, saying that Kim Jong Un might have requested his execution. This is yet another controversial, but it's also very difficult to verify this kind of information. There is absolutely no media access when it comes to North Korea, no independent media access, and obviously the North Korean media have no interest whatsoever in portraying the leader of the country, Kim Jong Un, as a person who demands the execution of people who are raising stars within his own entourage. And our associate editor, Palki Sharma Padya, is joining us on the broadcast to talk more on this matter. This is not the first time, Palki, that someone disappears in North Korea.
It isn't, and this is not the first time that this man we're talking about has disappeared, interestingly. He did disappear in December 2015 for 3 weeks. Later it turned out that he'd gone to China for a back surgery. So it is not unusual in the North Korean context. But in this case, he's not been seen for more than 2 months. There's been a power struggle that has been on between him and a man called Cho, whose son, I'm told, is married to Kim's younger sister, and he was essentially, the general we are talking about, General Hwang, was the second in command in North Korea, and he may have fallen out of favor. Some say that he may have been executed, but there is no clarity on what could have led to this, why this happened. Some say it was for taking bribes, and many experts who've been watching how Kim Jong Un operates say that he's done this in the past. He doesn't want anyone to get too comfortable in his position. He wants to, remember, he's a young leader. He's only in his early 30s. He wants to make it clear who the boss is in North Korea. And in that respect, people who are in favor and who fall out of favor keep changing. So perhaps General Hwang was not in the good books now and has been away. We cannot say for sure if he's been executed. North Korea, as you would appreciate, is a very closed regime, both politically and otherwise, and it's very hard to get news out of there if they don't want it leaked.
This kind of leads me into the second question, Palki, from the perspective of the viewer, but also from the perspective of the work we do as journalists. It is very difficult to understand what is true and what is not coming out of North Korea. So could you please highlight a little bit the process through which we kind of try to understand if a news is reliable or not?
It'll be very hard to say for sure, but the first reports came out after the pictures of a North Korean leader trying to defect to the South made international headlines. That was the first time that the South Korean agencies pointed to the fact that General Hwang has not been seen in the public. What I also want to point out is that he was missing from the country's 8th conference of munitions industry this week, despite having been heavily involved in the development of North Korea's nuclear arsenal. So yes, the North Korean regime does not share very much information, but people who attend high-profile events, those lists are shared with the public, and he has been missing from those lists. So yes, he has been missing. That is something we can confirm. What has become of him is very hard to say. He may have been executed. He may have been sent into exile within the country. We do not know for sure.